this is Brittany with your art fill of the week, and this week I am going to show you how to draw a snail in 2 different ways. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first get your pencil or pen or whatever you want to draw with. I would advise a pencil so you can erase. Alright, so let me draw a line down the center because we're gonna do our 2 different snails on either side of my paper, but you can do it on separate pieces. But I'm just gonna plan it out for myself. So let's start with a sideways view of a snail. So start with a large circle, not centered, just off to the side a little bit. Then next to this large circle, we're gonna do a smaller circle for the snail's head. Smaller circle like that. And then here might be a little bit tricky for some people. If you want to, you can draw a 3rd circle just down here lightly to guide you. But we're gonna go from over here and do a line out and then sort of a triangle shape down and around, and we're swooping around and back up like this. So that's why this 3rd circle can help you if you want to add that down there. And then after that we will erase this circle and erase this little line here. My eraser is falling apart, so that's why you see it crumbling on the paper. So we got mostly our body and stuff now. I would draw just lightly 2 little lines, one here and one here. We're going to work with those later, but those are going to be its antenna at the top. But for now, we're going to fix his chin because they have antenna up here for its eyes and then antenna down by its mouth. So we're going to add the antenna down by its mouth. It's just a little spike out kinda. And then I'm gonna give him more of like a little nose like this. And then now that we have our 2 lines for his little antenna, we're still gonna keep this line up like this because this antenna is gonna be on the other side of his head. And then we can meet it up kind of with this, kind of like this, and make it a little bit thicker line. And up here is actually where their eyeballs are. And this is like their mouth right here. So if you want to add a face, you can. His mouth would be like right here if you want to add a smile. And then the same thing with this antenna. We're just gonna kind of make that line a little thicker into a shape. And then again, his little eyes would be up here if you want to add like a little pupil for an eyeball. And we're not done yet because we have to add the swirl of his shell, and that will go like opposite to where his body is, because the edge of the shell would be like this right here where his body's going up into it and stuff. So you would do your swirl away from him. Just like that. So then you can thicken up and darken your lines. And there we have the first type of snail. Alright, this next one we're gonna do like he's looking straight at us. So we're gonna do one really large circle in the center of our page. And then sort of towards the top, another smaller circle. And we're gonna stack two circles on top of each other, almost like we're making a little snowman. Like that. And then draw your lines for your antenna. They will create like a V shape. And then now what's next is just forming his body. So we're gonna draw our line down on each side. Now he kind of looks like a peanut shape for his body. And then our antenna, we're going to do that thickening thing again, where we just make it into a bolder line. And then once again, his eyes are going to be up at this top. Do the same thing on this side. Thicken his little antennas up and give him an eyeball. And then since his mouth is going to be about right here, we're going to do those little antennas out, but they're going to go outside our little peanut shape that we made. And they're just going to be almost like little tiny triangles out. And then I'm gonna kind of triangle out his chin, and his mouth is gonna be like right here if you want to make a little smile and make him more of a cartoon snail instead of a more realistic snail. And then we can add his little pupils up here. And that's all for doing that straight on look. You don't get to see the swirl from this side unless you want to do something like off to the side here that shows the start of that swirl. Then you just erase all your extra lines that you had. And those are our two different types of snails. I'm gonna go ahead and use a fine line marker and also continue coloring. So if you want to color along with me and listen to some music, you can do so. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching to this point, and please leave a like if this video helped you out. And let's get to coloring. So those are my two snails colored with some marker. I hope you enjoyed coloring along with me and drawing these snails, and I'll see you in the next video.